Shazam is the film we'll be talking about, and it starts with a car driving through a scene from the past. Savannah is driving with his father and brother in the car. He's still a kid. Savannah had a magical ball with which he was tinkering. His brother then takes the mystical ball away from him. He makes a noise and requests that his father intervene. His father becomes enraged and tells him, "Don't be weak. Don't weep over every little thing." Then, on that magical ball, a symbol appears. This young man has arrived at the Eternal Rock, in the Rock of Eternity. He encounters the wizard. The wizard demonstrates the 7 deadly sins to him. He explains that he had been looking for a man with a clean heart, so that he can bestow powers on him in the same way that he bestows powers on him. But first, I'm going to take your test. Savannah has a tainted heart. He is drawn to such fatal sins. The wizard then sends him back to his automobile. Savannah exclaims, "I desire the powers that I am capable of." His father is concerned when he hears it. He had an accident because he is frightened. In this accident, Savannah's father was seriously hurt. One of his legs was fractured. Savannah's brother holds him responsible for everything. Following that, the movie shows more time. Billy, a 14-year-old boy from Philadelphia, is now included in the film. Billy's mother abandoned him when he was a child. Following that, he was adopted by a number of families. Following his separation from his mother, he is handed over to a social worker by the cops. Billy was adopted by a number of families, but he was unhappy with them all because he was always looking for his mother. As a result, he runs while attempting to flee the cops in this scene. He records the information of a lady who is present in their vehicle. After that, she arrives at her residence. He discovers that she is not his mother there. Billy was referred to a social worker once more. This time, the adoptive family has 5 more children. They were orphan children. They adore him, yet he avoids them at all costs. He doesn't refer to them as his family. After that, Savannah appears. He's an adult now, and he was conducting research. He was observing the folks he had not yet discovered. Following that, he views a video of a girl in which the girl talked about her personal experience. In the meantime, a symbol appears on an alarm clock. Savannah recognizes their pattern and draws some symbols on the door. He says something to a neighboring doctor. "I'd been looking for these symbols for quite some time. I finally got these symbols today." The doctor dismisses him, saying, "I don't believe in anything." After that, she places her hand on the door and burns to ashes. Savannah then travels to the Rock of Eternity. He intends to release the 7 deadly sins by going there to obtain their abilities. The wizard, on the other hand, prevents him from doing any of this. They're all out to take advantage of him. He says Savannah, on the other hand, ignores him and removes the hyoscine. All the devil powers were freed as hyoscine was injected into his eyes. He is given the abilities. The wizard tries to battle him, but due to his age, he is unable to do so. Savannah reappears, armed with those abilities. Billy's character appears in the film once again. He had been apart from his mother for a long time. He now lives with his adopted siblings, a total of 5. However, he does not consider them to be his family. In school, his brother Freddy confronts him. "Have you stolen my Superman bullet?" "No," Billy says. "I haven't stolen anything." Freddy is teased by several of the boys. Billy arrives and saves Freddy from the boys, lifting a locomotive in the process. The train's indicator displays some symbols. Billy finally makes it to the Rock of Eternity. In front of him, the wizard appears. She informs him that he was chosen because of his clean heart. "I previously made a mistake when choosing the champion. He abused his abilities." He allows the 7 deadly sins to be released. "Many innocent individuals have died as a result of it. With my siblings, I've put a stop to him. But in the midst of it all, I've lost my siblings. Since then, this location has been deserted, and it has been searching for its champions." Billy is given a magical stick by the wizard, who asks him to say Shazam. By saying this, he transforms into an adult superhero with superpowers. All of this catches Billy off guard. The wizard has vanished, and Billy has returned home. At home, everyone was concerned about Billy. From the kitchen window, Billy summons Freddy. Freddy had no idea who he was. Billy, who was 14 at the time, was now an adult. Billy shows him his Superman bullet to persuade him. Billy now double-checks his abilities with Freddy. He discovers that he has access to electricity. He then assists a female, through whom he learns that he possesses superhuman strength and speed. They head to the store after the girl gives them some money. Some young men arrive with the intention of committing robbery. There, Billy discovers that he is bulletproof. Those boys fire the rifle at Billy, but it has no effect on him. The bullet hit the ground. When they get home, their younger sister sees them. Meanwhile, Billy was dressed as an adult and said Shazam while speaking. He transforms back into a 14-year-old boy after saying Shazam. In the same way, Their little sister is aware of the secret. Billy possesses supernatural abilities. Savannah is shown going to his brother and father's office in the next scene. He makes a shambles when he arrives because he possesses the 7 deadly sins. He kills his father and forces his brother out of the building. He assassinates the others as well. Then he exclaims, "I am the most strong." Meanwhile, one of the 7 deadly sins is lust. No, you are not the most powerful. According to one, Shazam is the most powerful at the moment. Kill him before he understands his abilities and how to use them. Shazam's brother creates the videos demonstrating his abilities here. He uploads them on the internet, where they quickly become popular, and now everyone knows about Shazam. Billy's brother is once again teased by those nasty lads. He informs them that the viral superhero is one of his friends, because he'll be meeting me tomorrow. It's best if you don't tease me. Then they get into a fight and start arguing. Billy inquires if it was determined among us not to inform anyone about this. Our family members are also in danger as a result of it. Mary was going to have an accident the next day until Shazam intervened. Shazam inquires as to why she is so concerned. One of Shazam's adopted siblings is Mary. She informs him that she has been accepted into her desired college. However, "I do not want to abandon my family." Shazam accidentally mentions her name and asks her that question. "Are these folks you've adopted your family?" Those boys annoy Shazam's brother again the next day. He was worried when he came to Shazam while running. Shazam was posing for selfies with a group of individuals. He demonstrates the electric waves emitted by his hands. A bus tire was scorched as a result of it. The bus was on the verge of collapsing from a bridge. Shazam, on the other hand, keeps it and saves everyone. All of the media attends and reports on it. Following the news, Savannah also arrives and requests that Shazam surrender his powers to him. They fight after he attacks him. During the fight, Shazam discovers that he can also fly. In fact, he isn't fully aware of his abilities. After that, Shazam transforms into Billy, a 14-year-old boy. He takes off from there. In the news, Savannah notices Shazam and a young boy named Freddy. Shazam's brother was arguing with him. Savannah discovers that they are related in some way. Shazam's family can see them arguing here as well. Mary also recalls Shazam rescuing her from a car accident. He knew everything there was to know about her. They become skeptical and speculate that Billy may be Shazam. Meanwhile, their younger sister, who is well versed in all things, is content. They all now proceed to Billy's room and inform him that their mother has been found. Because she was using her previous surname, you couldn't find her. Billy rushes over to his mom. As he approaches, his mother emerges. He feels overjoyed and informs her that he is her son, who was estranged from you for a long time. Billy's mother is completely expressionless. She informs him that your father abandoned you many years ago. "I didn't raise you by myself. I saw you with the cops when you were removed from me. However, I did not come to take you. I believe that someone else can better care for you than I can. I'm going to leave you there. Now I share a house with someone else." When Billy becomes concerned, he returns home. He now realizes that his foster family is his family. He then receives Freddy's call, which includes Savannah's voice. He is aware that his siblings are currently in danger. He transforms into Shazam and rushes to their aid. Savannah requests that Shazam transport him with him. Shazam reminds him that they are wasting his time by utilizing him. He, on the other hand, ignores him. Savannah was attacked by Shazam's siblings, and he had a wound on his head. But because he has so many abilities, the wound heals quickly. Shazam assaults Savannah, and the two flee. Shazam is questioned by his siblings that when he first came here, how did he return? He claims that he only dreamed the train and that he has returned. They picture a stick club this time and arrive there. While following them, Savannah also appears. Savannah now exclaims that Shazam has appeared. Otherwise, I'm going to kill those individuals. To protect his family and others who are innocent, Billy transforms into Shazam once more. Shazam was once told by the wizard that his ability will increase if he thinks according to his heart. This is why it is depicted in this scene. Shazam is a more powerful character than Savannah. Shazam's siblings are held captive by those 7 deadly sins. Savannah has him transmit his abilities or he will murder them. Shazam agrees to everything, and the sins are transferred to Savannah. Shazam now recalls one detail. The wizard informed him that the seats are vacant and eagerly awaiting champions. Shazam snatches the magical stick and hands it over to his brothers and sisters. He instructs them all to say Shazam when they have held it. They act in the same way. They've all been granted superpowers. Shazam is now able to break the miraculous stick. Because his siblings are endowed with supernatural abilities, Savannah's eyes are filled with hyacinth, which he removes. He reverts to becoming a normal human once more. His siblings join him in removing those grave sins. They return to the Rock of Eternity and inject Hyacinth once more. They've all been crowned champions. In the next scene, They express their gratitude to God for this lovely family. Finally, it is revealed that Savannah is creating certain symbols in jail. Mr. Mind, a bug, appears there. It informs him that there is a method for him to be free of those fatal sins and to get abilities from them. You must join me in order to do so. Shazam declares Freddy to be his best friend to everyone. At the conclusion of the film, our hero Superman makes a surprise appearance.